set the phone up away from the computer.
Okay, let me make sure.
See if it's working.
Volume is all the way down.
There you go.
Will everybody be able to come in on the same?
Well, this right here is the Zoom. Oh, wait a minute, where to go? Oh, this is the Zoom right here. Well, no. Here's a zoomy Zoom. Probably down there hiding. The content is being got it. So that's the Zoom right there. That's the Zoom meeting, which is what we have up now. Where is your YouTube?
We're here on the phone.
So that's the Zoom right there. Oh, okay. So you got it on the phone. It must have pulled it up on your phone. Because this is YouTube right
Talking
here.
about messages. Somebody say hi there from Memphis. Hello. Somebody say hi there from Memphis. Hello. It's a little delay there. But nothing's going on the computer.
Well, nobody's coming in. You can set this up or you can turn the live off.
Well, you can take that with you, just in case.
Okay.
People chatting.
That way it's
Yeah.
back.
So my what you call it here? Okay, I'm using my microphone. My microphone right here is on, but I don't hear no voice on my phone. I mean, on my computer.
Whatever.
No voice on my computer. Using my microphone.
It's on.
My microphone right here is on, but I don't hear no voice on my phone. I mean, on my computer. No voice on my computer. Jesse.
Hi.
Hey, can't see you.
Okay.
No, hey, with the ponytail on the side. Hey.
So it is working.
Hi, Megan.
Hi.
You know, she got to get me right, girl.
I know. Where's everybody at?
I don't know. I had
Wait.
because we're live on YouTube, so.
Oh my goodness! I gotta go put on a fur coat.
You're so crazy. Yeah, she gonna take that to the bedroom. So if anybody is chatting, she can talk to them. But I don't know. I mean, what's going on? Where everybody's at. So we're on YouTube also. So how you doing today? Jazzy, you froze? I think Jazzy's froze, Mika. Okay, there she go.
Yeah,
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
You was frozen, girl. You over there trying to play Frozen. Let it go, girl. Let it go.
Oh, we are live. Oh, I look terrible.
You look okay. You look. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. So maybe some people come in. This will be my first live. It asked us to do live on YouTube. So with the Zoom,
Maybe I ought to take my face off.
Take your face off. I don't know where my color is going. I got really dark there. I don't
There's
know what's
5 people watching.
huh?
5 people are watching.
Are they?
Yeah.
So what we're talking about tonight is the sweet dear Jane. So how far have you got, Miss Jassy? This is what we're talking
I'm
about.
tracing. I'm reading the book and tracing.
You're reading the book and tracing.
Yes.
I'm doing my final block for my quilt.
But you can't see it.
And see, I got my little rows started.
Right.
I'm on my last row. God, my color's going out. For some reason, I'm on my last row. I don't know why I'm getting so dark. Child, you know, it's trying to darken me out. It's trying to black me out. But I am trying to get my last row finished. I would expect the ladies to come in. It's one I was concerned about, Busy Bee, cause she's from the UK. I don't know why
Okay.
my light keep going out. See how it's darkening me? Do I look dark to you?
Yes.
I don't know what's going on with that. It does it every time we do a Zoom. So that's what I'm sewing on tonight. Trying to get it done. Let's see if I can put it down so you can see me. See what I'm doing here. But that's what I'm working on tonight is this. I'm on my laptop.
Okay. And you say you use that cardstock inside those that material, right?
Yes. See, I got my cardstock. See it right there? Can you see that?
Uh-huh. And it's heavy, you said.
Yeah, well, it's not heavy. It's heavy after because what I do is I trace it off. I don't trace it off. I've been printing mine off on my machine. I got a jet printer. So I just been cutting my papers in I just been cutting them in gotta give me some light over here. Cutting them in, getting my I print them on the printer. Then I take my cardstock and I iron it on there. And then once I do that, I cut them out. I cut every little block out. And I of course put A1 on them, and then I number them the way I should be sewing them. So if I get a little block and I don't know where it goes, because it's numbered, I'll know where it needs to be. So that's what I've been doing.
And I should cut each one of them out
Yes.
and add 1/4 of an inch.
Yes, you gotta, when you put them down on your material, when you put it down on your material, that's when you're gonna add your 1/4 of an inch on it. And like this one right here, I don't see it's losing this 1/4 of an inch. I don't know why, because it definitely had a 1/4 of an inch. I had another one to do.
Wait a minute, hold that up again. How can you tell?
See right there?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know if it's because of the way I folded it or what, but I'm gonna get as much of that as I can get in there. Like when you do these little ones with that little bitty piece on the side, this one right here,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of throws it off. But you gotta make sure that you got these blocks correct. They gotta be matching right up against each other. And I see that one is a little long for some reason. But what I do, I just keep on squeezing it where it needs to be. And then at some point when I sew it, I catch it. And it comes out like that. But that's what I'm doing. So what you need to know, what you got going on that you don't?
Well, I was concerned about the 1/4 inch.
Mm-hmm.
And I was concerned about the, you said you use cardstock.
Right.
Right. And I looked that up on Amazon. I had ordered that.
Okay. You could get it from Joann's, but Joann's and lost their mind on their card stock. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. I got those. I think it might have been right at $14. Of course, you know the taxes,
Right, right.
but it wasn't a whole lot. Joann's went up to seven from $2 and something to $7. And I was like, I will not be buying no more of your card stock. So that's what I stopped started looking for it on Amazon. But I was hoping that all the girls that was doing this would come on tonight.
Well, the night's not over. It's still young.
Yeah. Cause this is for them, the ones that was sewing along with us. And I've been I
And I'm
was
tracing it out.
hmm?
I'm working on tracing it out. I got my tracing paper, my freezer paper.
So you can copy you can use your printer.
No, because I don't have a flat top like you do.
Oh yeah, I scanned mine.
Well, or I could take a picture of it on my phone and then send it to the printer.
Why don't you try that instead of
Yeah, that's what I am gonna try.
yeah, because you're gonna get so I don't know if you'll be precise. I mean, I was sweating bullets trying to copy it. So then I looked over there at my printer for some reason. I was like, I need to be using you. That's
Right.
what you're for. Excuse me. So how was your day today?
It was pretty good. Pretty good.
Did you make it to church?
Yeah, went to church. It was real good.
Oh, good.
Yep. Just
Good.
working on these blocks right now.
I had sent Miss Ellen a message, but I know she's been working on the African Kings and Queens is what she's been
Okay.
working on. So I don't know if she was having something going on tonight or not. I don't think she would be doing Dear Jane. I don't think now. Don't quote me on that.
Right, right. Maybe she forgot.
Yeah. She said she would be here, but I don't know. Maybe some people see that we went live on YouTube that's going to sew along with us. I haven't had any responses from the ones that were sewing along on the videos I put out.
Okay.
So, everybody says, oh, I want to do that, but I don't know. They may not be able to handle it. Because, like I said, these first two blocks is a booger bear.
Yeah, if I can just get this, like I say, my car stock should be coming in.
Okay. But once you do these first two blocks, you'll build your confidence up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what happened for me. But I did so many practice blocks. I did like 2 practice blocks because I was making, going to make a video on them. So that's what I did. I'm sorry. Let me calm my grandson down.
Okay.
Dominic. Honey, they get on them games and they lose their mind. And that's what he's doing. He on a game. I get so many videos. So many notices on this laptop, and I hardly even use this laptop. And it's not hooked to my other devices, so I don't know why I get so many on it. I was hoping that some of the other ladies that might have been having a problem would have showed up and talked about their problems,
Right.
because I'm telling you, these first 2 blocks ain't gonna be no joke. But once you get over that, you'll be fine. You will be fine.
Why does it have to be small? Small. The print in the fabric has to be small, opposed to big.
Because the blocks has gotta, I think once you put when you put the blocks together, I don't quote me, I had to go look in the book, but I think that they come out to be 5. But at first, this block, before you put because you're gonna put a sashing on it, that's gonna be 1.5 in a cornerstone. And it was gonna be a half. Sorry about that. It's gonna be a half, and I think it said that the block will come out to be 5. If I'm not mistaken, but I mean, these are the actual size that you need, that's in the book, in order to make the quilt. And you got to make sure that your blocks are coming out correctly in the size they're supposed to be, because if you're going to do the border, which I'm going to do the border, if I'm going to spend all this time on this quilt, I'm going to do the border, they will have to line up. And then I noticed it's a border on a little border on the top of those border pieces that you're gonna do.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to sit down and look at the book and see how you create that, even if they may not even have that in the book. Because I know with the sashing and the cornerstones, they don't have any they don't have a template.
Said how long you think it's gonna make the quilt? It's gonna take to make the quilt.
Oh, it's gonna take probably 1.5 years.
Okay.
They don't have a template for the cornerstones.
Oh, they don't?
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna have to go, but they have the measurements of it, of the sashing and the cornerstones. So I'm gonna go by that. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'll put out a video on when I get the cornerstone, because in order for us to do, excuse me, in order for us to put together our first row, we gotta have our cornerstones to put on there. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm tracing mine right now, this first pattern.
Jazzy, I know you gonna have a fit.
Why you say that?
I know you.
You ain't kidding.
But let me tell you, Miss Jazz, what you just need to do, you need to
get a jar of confidence.
Yes. Well, you probably need to do a practice block. That's probably what you need to do.
Okay.
Because that's what seemed to help me, was to do a practice block on it. Now this block that I'm doing now, this is one that will go in my quilt, and I haven't really had a lot of problem with it.
And what color is your material? Let me see your material.
It's green.
Oh,
It's
that's
just
pretty.
like, can you see it?
Yeah.
You see it? It's just like the color. Well, it may be a little darker than the color in the block in the
Right.
book, but I got as close as I could to the color in it.
Where's mine? I was going to show you mine tonight. I had it out here.
And then I got my second block all laid out. You see how I'm doing now?
Yeah, that looks
See,
nice.
when you lay them out, you can see which way you want your tails to go, and what you don't want is you don't want your tails clashing with each other. So a couple of times I had to take mine, I think there's somebody coming in. Can't
Yeah.
see you, sweetheart. Can't see you, baby.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, we're trying to get my camera on now.
Oh,
Okay.
there she goes. Hi.
Hey.
Girl, I've been wondering about you.
I know, listen, I'm so far behind on this pattern, and I thought, let me just jump on here just so I can get encouraged and motivated because I'm just so confused, so confused.
Okay. That's what the meeting was to be about tonight is
Okay,
this is Jassy.
thank you. Hi, Jazzy, how you doing?
And she's been talking to me about it. She's confused.
I'm
Oh,
confused.
okay,
So don't worry about it.
okay.
Look, this is what we're gonna call this quiz.
Uh-huh.
Stitching, because we are going to be slow on this.
Yes.
You as much time as you're gonna be putting into this, you want to do
this
it right.
This is the one that you're using, right?
Yeah, same
Okay.
book.
Okay.
Same book.
All right, then. Well, I'm gonna take notes if nothing else, and just kind of follow along until I can just, get myself together about it. Because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's okay. We're gonna help each other out. Because
Yes, and
even though I see one way to do it, you may see another that makes it easier. And that's why I wanted to make sure that we will be having these Zoom meetings so everybody could discuss and nobody will get upset and say, oh, I'm just not gonna do this because I can't.
right.
So as a group, we'll get it done. But this is number one.
Okay.
I've been working on it all day. Okay. So
Jesus.
don't get discouraged, baby.
No,
I'm
I'm not gonna get discouraged, but when I start looking at the direction so I can try to be with you, for the first one, I'm like, oh no, I gotta wait for the video.
Well, see, that's why I was telling Jassy, I was rushing around. I said, oh, I'm just getting stressed out. And she said, take your time. So we're going to call this slow stitching, baby, because that's what it's going to be.
Okay,
now,
all right.
Once you, like I told Jassy, maybe you need to do a practice block. Don't use your good material. And that's what I did. I did a couple of practice blocks because I was making videos on them.
Okay.
And so I did a couple of practice blocks, material you really don't care about, get you some cheap muslin or, whatever. And just make your first ones. And when you get your confidence in it, then go along and do your block. See, this one will go on my quilt that I'm doing tonight. It'll go in my quilt, but my other ones, they ain't going in no quilt, huh?
Yeah, because I was watching that one video where you was working with the glue and and trying to tape it. I'm like, Jesus.
I know.
Yes.
See, I'm a sew baster. I like to use my thread to base mine.
Base down, yes.
So this right here is so many ins and outs. You can't do that. You really can't do
Mhm.
that. So
Yes.
I kept looking. I was like, I believe I can base that, but no, you're gonna have to use your glue.
Gonna have to use the glue. Okay,
Yeah,
all right then. I'll keep that in mind because I
yeah.
bought some glue. Well, I didn't buy it. The grandkids had some here. And so
Mhm.
and I just took one of theirs.
Yeah,
They won't miss it.
exactly. And see, that's what I like this glue,
Hmm.
and
Yes.
I'm comfortable with this glue.
Hmm.
This thing here, girl, I be making a mess. You hear me?
Oh, okay.
Look,
Elmer.
Jazzy.
Jazzy got Elmer's. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I be making a hot mess. I have more glue on me than
Then you do on that little tiny piece of fabric.
yes.
Yeah.
And even I see with my little tiny pieces, you know, 'cause
Hmm.
I mean, all you got to do is it's just like a pencil. If you
Uh,
use one side enough, it's gonna start whittling down.
yes.
So I I don't know. I just have more control with this.
With that,
And
yeah.
these
Yeah. And
maybe
so Jazzy, what you doing? You using just a dot, just a dab
Well,
to do
no, I'm tracing right now the pattern.
okay. Oh, okay. All
I
right.
was asking her, she said she uses cardstock. Show me the
Okay.
cardstock. That's what she uses
okay,
behind. Oh, she'll
let me
tell you.
grab that. It's a little heavy. Let me grab
Yeah.
it.
She
Okay.
puts the
Yeah.
material. She'll tell you.
Okay.
'Cause this is
Yeah.
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 confusing to me. I
Well,
don't know how.
it's so nice to meet you. Where are you located?
In Illinois, where are you at?
I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
my daughter goes down there sometime. She works
Okay.
for Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yeah.
This is my card stock.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And
Is it
see
heavy
what-
when you take it out? Is it
Huh?
heavy? Can I see the weight of it? Take a piece out.
It's kind of like a postcard, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, is that heavy?
Mhm.
It's heavy because it's 300 some sheets in here.
Oh,
Yes.
but but no, it's not really. Let me see. It's not really that thick.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did is I got a jet printer. So with my jet printer, I could print my I could put my book up there and scan it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And then it would print off. And what I did, because let me tell you, I bought some of that freezer paper. That was a nightmare. I think I supposed to have 50 sheets. I might have got 25 out of it because they were bent and wrinkled, and the
Mm-hmm.
printer wouldn't take it.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, look, stop being lazy and just get your roll of Reynolds freezer paper and cut it out. Because all you got to do is just measure a print, a sheet that you put in your printer,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and measure it out and cut your paper. But I don't think you would have a problem if you can. Jassy says she could send hers to the printer on her phone. If you can do that, just as long as you can get it to print on your printer. And then what I do is I iron it on this, and then I cut it
Okay.
out.
Oh,
I cut it
okay.
out
All
big.
right.
I
Okay.
don't cut it out till I get it on my card stock.
Yes.
And that's what I use. Now some of my I noticed, because I guess I was handling it too rough.
Mhm.
Some of it was trying to come apart. I put a little dab of glue on it and stuck it back on there, girl. I was like, you ain't going nowhere.
like the old folks say, a little dab will do.
Hey, you know it. But yes,
Yes.
it's just a lot of things you're gonna have to figure out that works for you.
Okay. Okay.
And that's why this not a beginner's quit. I wouldn't really say that,
Mhm.
because some beginners could really come and say, okay, if they're crafty, and say, let's do it this way, and it'd be fine. But this is a quilt that's got to be hand stitched.
Okay. Yeah, because these are little small pieces. I cannot even see how to even manage that on the sewing machine, even with a liter piece in and trying to.
yeah, you're right.
No.
Did you see my hot mess I did trying to paper pieces on that video?
Yes, I saw that. I
Good
saw
job.
that video. I'm like,
Honey, I was praying. I said, Lord, don't make me look like a fool on here. I mean,
I guess we gotta have to look like something before we can get it right, huh?
exactly. But I really think once you get past these 2 blocks, now, of course, I know it's going to be a lot more blocks that's going to be probably a little challenging, but I think you can make it, you know. I think
Okay.
you will have no problem of getting it done.
Okay.
But that's why everybody starts these quills, just like, you know, the Cathedral one, the quilt I did. That's a quilt
Yeah.
that everybody starts and never finish.
And never finish, yeah.
And
Because
it
I
took,
looked at that and I'm like, no, Gail, don't even make a fool out of yourself.
well, see, Miss Gail, you could do that. Look, you got to understand those quills, any quill that you're doing, especially you know, the antique quilts, the really old quilts, you got to pace yourself and just do it when you're relaxed, when you can just sit by yourself and think and do it. Now, the gazebo quilt, I was terrified when I started that quilt. I was like, this quilt gonna look crazy. But what I did, I made me a little piece at first, a little practice piece. And by the time I got finished with that practice piece, I had a lot of confidence. But now, I never did get my confidence about hand sewing the blocks together once you fold them and all. I said, that's what this for. So, because it was big enough. And so what I did all of my connected my blocks on my machine.
Okay, all right.
But once you get ready to put that centerpiece in, you got the hand stitch.
Okay, all right.
But see, that's when you're doing these antique quilts. A lot of them call for hand stitching because back in those days, you know,
a lot of people didn't have machines either.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if they had them, they were the people who could afford them, because a lot of people could not.
Yeah, my grandmother had a machine, but she preferred the hand stitch.
Yeah.
And she did. Her machine just sit there. You know, we would get on the house of a trailer machine. We'd get on the deposits. That was it, girl. Wasn't nobody trying to sew money.
Roll the wheel and start.
Yes. But I'm one that loves all the vintage quilts. I love them. And you know, I just want to see them come back alive. And like this one here, like I kept telling Jazzy, I said, look, I know us as quilters, we want to make everything fast, quick, and easy.
Yes.
But this quilt is in a museum.
Yeah.
The artist that did, and she's an artist. We are artists.
Yes.
That did this quilt, she deserves her respect.
Right.
Do it like she did it or don't do it now. So I may get some slack about that, you know.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I want to give them their respect, you know. And of course I like hand piecing. So I don't have a problem hand piecing.
Right.
But some people, you know, they do paper piecing, they do whatever. If that's how they get it done, that's how they get it done. But as for me, I want to respect the woman that made this quilt.
This quilt, yes.
It was made in the 1800s. I said, man, maybe I need to be bedridden or something. Baby.
Because when did she have time? Because you know they did everything outside. They not only did the growing and the tilling of the ground, you know, for the vegetables and stuff, but then they had to can their food. Then they had to prep it and put it up, and all of that did take care of huge families.
But see, if you read her story, and that's why when you came back and told me, you said, oh, it's a story behind this quilt. And I was like, yeah, research it. But when you look at her story, she was bedridden at the time she made this quilt.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, because I have not read the story. I intend to.
She had been bedridden for whatever reason. I don't think they give a reason why. But I know that most of the men folks was fighting a war somewhere.
Yeah,
Her
yeah.
husband and
In the 1800s,
sons.
yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So this lady was bedridden, and evidently she must have had somebody taking care of her
Uh-huh.
for her to sit and do this. And it doesn't
Yes.
really tell how long it took her to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Macklin, is this quilt is. That
Mm-hmm.
lady had to be bedridden a long time.
Wow. And they was able to preserve it and it still looks good.
Yes. Did you see that
Wow.
short video that I
Uh,
looked at? It's a short video the lady at the museum is talking
Yeah, I
about.
saw it.
You saw
mhm.
it.
But
And
did you link it? You linked it to your video?
I was just
Okay, it
looking at
just
it. I'll send
okay.
it to you. I'll send
Okay.
it to you. I have to look it up and send it to you.
Okay.
They give a short video and they only have it out once a year.
Mm-hmm.
And they only
Mm.
have it out for a little while because the lighting, they don't want the lighting to
The
change.
right to damage it,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was, but
Wow.
but just think about it. That lady didn't get a penny for her quilt to be in a museum.
In a museum. Mm-mm.
Yes,
Mm-mm. But what a legacy she left for,
she did.
women's like us.
Exactly.
What a
And that's
legacy.
why I say you need to give them they roses
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
God, I mean,
Yeah.
this quilt is intimidating. The best quilt to be like, girl, you on your own.
Yes.
But we
So
gonna get
Jack,
it done.
all right then. So the first thing you did, like with this page, can you see this?
Yes,
So you made a copy on your printer and you use cardstock.
yes.
And then you just
No, I made a copy on my freezer paper,
uh-huh.
and then I ironed it to my cardstock.
Okay. And that's what you use to put the fabric on to cut the fabric out
Mm-hmm.
and glued it down. Okay. All right.
Yeah, because to me, my cardstock wasn't really that strong. But see, let me show you. You see Miss Cookie?
Yes, you know I love some cookie.
She got to talk.
Absolutely. How you doing, Cookie?
Say hello. Say hello.
Hi.
Say thank y'all for coming and hanging out with my mama.
Thank you. Hanging out with my mom.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's so good to meet you.
Say you too.
You do?
All right.
See the cardstock, you can just she give you a thumbs up. You can just tell it's kind of flimsy.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you add the freezer paper, see the difference?
Uh-huh. Yes. Mhm.
So you need something to hold on to. I do.
Okay.
When you're
Yeah.
doing these little pieces.
Okay.
Now what you got to think about too is, and like I was telling Miss Jassy, when you cut out your pattern, you want to make sure that you put your ruler on that line. But but when you put your ruler on this line,
Uh-huh.
you take your number 2 pencil and you put it on the tip of that line. On the tip of the line. At the top, slide your ruler to it. And at the bottom, slide your ruler because you want to cut right in the middle of that line. You don't want to see none of the line on your pieces.
Okay.
because when you add your fabric, that's gonna give you a little bit every time you add something to these blocks, like your material, it's gonna make that block a little bit bigger,
Okay. Yeah.
So it's very important you anchor that ruler when you get ready to cut it out. At the top, just put your pencil there and then slide your ruler up there so it'll be in the right spot. Because when you be making lines of flying geese, is that your hardest thing?
That's my hardest thing. And listen, that was the first quilt that I made. I did the Underground Railroad quilt, and no flying geese gave me the blues.
Anytime they tell you to draw that line, always put your pencil at the tip of that fabric. Anchor your ruler right beside it at the top and at the bottom. Once
Okay.
you get it in place, then you draw your line.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
And that's what you want to do when you get ready to cut these out. You want to make sure that you anchor that ruler in the
Mm-hmm.
right place, because you know we'll put it there and we'll be like, yeah, it's on it. But then when you cut it, it either goes to the left or the right.
So, yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
you're not on it. You're not
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
So that's with
And-
flying geese, or even like I was telling Jassy the other day, she said, this snowballing is killing me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Miss Jassy, let me tell you what you gonna do on that. So I told her the same thing. I said,
Mm-hmm.
anchor that ruler with your pencil.
Uh-huh.
You anchor that ruler with your pencil, draw your line. You know,
Okay.
a lot of times some people, which I do it sometimes, I'll just draw the 2 lines,
Mm-hmm.
but that's because I got these little rulers right here.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'll just draw the 2 lines. Well, when I do that, I can just draw my lines on the side because I got my ruler. I got it right on that tip.
On the tip. Okay.
And then I said, when you sew that piece, when you put it together to sew it, I want you to go just
God
right.
pulling your hair out.
Yeah. Don't pull your hair out. Don't pull your hair out, ladies. That's
Listen, I'm practicing already.
No. But when you get ready to sew on that line you drew,
Uh-huh.
the piece that on when you're snowballing, you're gonna cut a piece off, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna trim it. That piece that you're gonna trim, instead of sewing right directly on that line, put your needle right directly into that line.
Mm-hmm.
But when you sew, pay attention and sew just right beside that line. But you're not gonna see your stitches. It's like a half of a stitch. You're not gonna see your stitches riding off of that line, but it's just gonna be right beside that line.
Is
And
that a
if you do
skin?
that snowball will come out every time.
Miss Sarah, is that a skin?
I guess you could call that a skin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could
Okay.
call it a skin. But
Yeah,
you-
because it's less than a quarter. It's less than a quarter inch.
Yeah, but see, when you're drawing that line for the snowball on your thing, you know, you're gonna draw a line straight across like this.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the piece we're gonna cut off. Let's just say. And when I get ready to sew, I'm gonna put my needle right on that line, but I'm gonna make sure that I keep my sewing going right beside that line.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Not on the line, but beside the line.
it's gonna be on it. It's gonna be on it, but it's not gonna be directly on it. It's gonna be like a half a stitch over from that
Okay. Okay. All right.
on the side that you're gonna cut off. And I guarantee you, every time you do one, it'll come out right.
Okay.
Come out right.
You heard it, didn't you, Miss Jasmine? She
Yeah, they
said
don't look
she
like snowballs to
guaranteed.
me.
So since she guaranteeing if I don't get it right, I can always ship it to her, right?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Look, you and Miss Jasmine been talking behind my back because she's
Yep.
always shipping me something.
Yep.
She be like, I'm gonna send it to you.
They're hard for me. They really are. And when I get them right, I'm happy. But the next one, it doesn't come out well.
Come out real.
But
Yeah.
see, that's what I was I was having a problem. And you got to make sure when you draw that line, you got a very sharp pencil. Don't get no stubby line. Anytime you dealing with that, I use a number 2 pencil on everything. I got some of those pencils and they probably like this glue stick. The reason this stick is
Yeah, the
probably 3 or 4
mechanical
years
pencil.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't use those because I kind of get confused which one do what. And I would really be upset if I drawed some stuff and then I come back and it's gone.
And it's gone. Yeah. Yes.
So I use this is my best friend.
Right. And I grabbed some out of the kids' room when you say get a number 2 pencil. And I quite often use a number 2 pencil because, like you said, you can wash it when you wash the quilt before you send it to folks. You know, this will wash out.
It will. It will. And you know, somebody had said one time on a video I was watching, when you're learning, you know, you take everything that people tell you
Mm-hmm.
at face. You know,
Right.
it's written in stones because you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
And I remember having a quilt, and I was making a video on it. I don't remember which one it was. Don't ask me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I hope this pencil washes out. Oh my God, I got so many comments. Girl, don't worry about that pencil. It's going to wash out. That's all I use.
Yeah. Yeah.
And from then on, this has been my best friend.
Mhm,
Number 2
mhm.
pencil. I do not
Yes.
worry about it coming back if it gets cold or hot or whatever them pens do. I ain't worried about all that. But I do. Like I told Jazzy, she said, well, I don't know. I don't know about washing the quilt. I said, a quilt. When I get a quilt, I don't want you to be this. See, I'm a starcher.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I know I got to wash mine because honey, it'd be standing up, getting there. So I make sure, and I want you to enjoy my quilt. So like I
Mhm.
told Jazzy, if anything's going to happen to that quilt, it's going to happen on my watch.
Right.
It's gonna
Right.
happen when I wash it. Now, what would be the worst thing in the world? You send somebody a quilt, you so proud of it, and
Mhm.
you call to see how they like that quilt, and they say, girl, I washed that quilt,
And the red bleed all over the white. The blue
or
got mixed in with the yellow.
honey, that you can probably tell them how to get that out. But
Right.
when they say, girl, it was rags in my washer when I got through. I opened my washer and it was rags in there. I don't know where that quilt went. Now
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. You don't want that to happen when you send your quilt out. You know, and then I got dogs. They don't get on my stuff. I don't allow that.
Yes.
They don't get
Mhm.
on my furniture. They got their
Mhm.
own beds. Pay good money for them bed. But
Yes.
when I see my youngest son, he used to have asthma real bad. And I
Uh-huh.
didn't know. The doctor never told me that he was allergic to cats. Well, my
Mhm.
daughter wanted a cat. So we was at a yard sale and we got her a little kitten.
Mm.
Oh, Lord.
No,
Girl,
that's
that cat like
at the
killed
yard
my
sale.
My baby, I could hear him weaving in my bedroom. And I was like, what's going on? Because he was fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I go in his room, and this cat is laying on my son. He's supposed to have been in my daughter's room. He's laying on my son's chest. And my son is just breathing. So I got my son up, and I took him in my bedroom, and I started, giving him breathing treatments and everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I fall back asleep. I wake back up because he's breathing again.
Mm-hmm. The cat.
The cat was laying on him again. I said, oh my God. And still I'm not thinking about this cat. I'm just thinking, well, he's favoring my son.
Yeah.
I called him, I called the hospital and they called this doctor and the doctor said, take him outside. And I got the paramedics on the way. When they come there, he was just barely breathing. They took my baby to the hospital and put him in ICU. But to tell that story is, I know everybody loves their animals. I don't have problems with animals. I'm an animal lover. But when you're giving someone a gift,
you don't know if that person is allergic.
And they may not be, but their grandkids may. Or someone come in that sleeps under that quilt in the guest room.
Yes.
Can you imagine somebody is dying because they didn't know a cat had been on this quilt?
Right.
And that's why I just, I don't want people to be mad at me about that. That's your jam, do it. But I just think if you're gonna have your animals in there, please wash your quilt. And
wash them. Send it to the dry cleaners.
Yes, and it's just nice when that quilt is washed. That's when it takes its form.
Yes,
it gets the crinkles in it, and I love it. It gets the crinkles in it.
Me too. And I love to just touch it.
Yes.
Yeah.
After it's been washed. And if somebody
Mhm.
gave you a quilt, that's the first thing you're gonna do. Try to get them crinkles in it. You're
Right,
gonna throw
right.
it in the wash and try to get them crinkles in it.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna be like, they didn't wash it. I'm gonna wash it because I wanted to take
Yeah.
its form.
Mhm.
So, you know, that's why I said that, and I thought, man, I'm gonna get so much backlash off of that. You know, I'm not trying
Mhm.
to hurt anybody's feelings about
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
animals. I'm just saying, think of the people that may come in contact with your quilt,
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
know, and
Yeah.
that's why I make sure I wash mine because somebody may be allergic to starch. I use
Mhm.
that old fashioned Argo starch.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm. Okay.
this
Yeah.
young generation can't handle that.
Mm-mm. No, not at all. Not at all.
I gotta make sure I wash that out that quill before I let them snuggle
Mm.
with it, you
But
know.
listen, talking about starch, I go every year. It's a quilting retreat with the group in Kansas City because that's where I moved from.
Mhm.
And there was a couple of girls came to the retreat. And I'm telling you, they will put their fabric, they would mix the starch solution, and they would leave their fabric in there overnight, take it out, and then they let it dry, and then they would iron it, add in more. I'm like, that is
Just pointing at me.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not that bad. I'm not that bad,
I'm not
Jess.
there yet.
No, but what I do,
I'll spray it. I'll spray it,
this
you
is
know.
my starch ball.
Out.
And I got my baby spoon when she was an infant, and I put a little spoonful in it, hot water, I shake it up. And every time I go fill it up, I'll put a half a spoon in it, shake it up. But now I'll let it dry. I'll just soak it. I'll soak it
Yes.
down. I'll let it dry. But then the next morning, when I get ready to iron it, this is water. I spray it with this water because it activates the starch. Honey,
Yes.
look at this. I can show you. A while ago, I picked up this piece. This is a piece of muslin. You see how stiff it is?
Yeah. I would have thought you had a piece of stabilizer on it.
No, that's a piece of muslin.
Wow.
Honey, no ma'am. I starch. And the reason I starch like that is because I never could fit. Well, I know now, but at the time I started quilting, I didn't know nothing about that. The fabric stretching and the whole
Stretching and all
nine.
that stuff.
I
Yes.
didn't know nothing about that. So I said, they kept saying, if you starch it, you don't have that problem. I said, well, I love starch, you know, but I never have a problem with bias. Never. Because, honey, mine is almost standing up when I get through with it. But I do. I
So
starch
that's something to remember.
Yes.
Well, Gail, let me tell you, I had to ask her about what kind of starch to use because a lady on YouTube said she was using the yellow starch, and she said, "Don't be careful; it'll get bugs or something." And I'm like, "What?" So
she sent me the video.
Oh,
she
wow!
Sent me the video, and what she was using was cornstarch. I said, "Who told that lady to use cornstarch?" She was using the Argo starch. Argo starch has cornstarch that you eat.
Yes.
And it also has laundry starch. So I don't know if she got them mixed up or whatever. And Jessie said, I said, well, I never have no problem with bugs. I starch mine. I put it away when I get through with it. And it's starch. Ain't nothing ate it up. I ain't never seen a bug.
Oh my Lord.
When I seen the video, I said, yeah, they eating that food she put on there. That's a food process.
Right.
Not for your starching your fabric.
I've never seen the one in the red box, like you said. I've never seen that box.
Never?
Never. Have you? Gail, have you seen the red box?
And saying, no, I have not, honestly. Because my husband buys starch because he's like to mix it in some of the foods and make it thicker, you know. But no, I haven't seen the red box.
We use that in the kitchen to thicken up food, but not for your clothing. That's a different starch. That's a difference on that starch. But
poor lady.
I don't understand how y'all ain't never seen the Argo starch.
No,
I've seen Narco Starch, but I haven't seen the
Yellow.
red box.
I've never seen the red box.
Really?
Are you for real, Miss Sarah? You got a red box or is it yellow?
No, it's red. Matter of fact, let me go get it.
Okay. I've never seen a
Let me
red
go
box.
get it.
Me
I've never
either.
seen it. And my mother they would starch, the curtains or whatever with the yellow
Mhm.
box, right?
Yep, and the sheets, because I remember my grandmother was spreading it on the pillowcases, and then she would ball them up real tight and sit them and let them sit overnight,
Right.
and then she take that
Yellow
cast
box.
iron, and that cast iron, take it off the stove, and then she run across it, and that thing be smooth as a baby's butt.
Yes, ma'am.
No,
I've never
have
seen
not
that. Let me write.
Yeah.
yeah,
Look
that must be
here.
in Georgia, because you're in Georgia, right?
Alabama.
Alabama. That must be Alabama.
It is.
Yeah, we don't have that in
Y'all northern folks don't know nothing. Nothing.
You got that right.
My grandmother.
We Midwest folks, we don't know anything about that southern stuff.
That's
Look
right.
here. The men folks around my way, they did not leave the house unless them pants could stand up by themselves. They had to have a crease in it.
Right. Mhm.
This is what they used.
Well, the men in our town would use the yellow and they bugs would be biting their butt. That's all.
Because y'all don't know no better. My mother and my grandmother used to take, and they would put it in a spray bottle. They'll mix it up. They would have it on the stove. They would boil the water. Then they would add this. Now this is a powder mix. It's
Right.
powder, but it used to come in chunks when I was a young girl.
Right.
Because my first cousins used to eat it. Matter of fact, I ate it with Megan like to kill the baby. I was eating it because it was chunks. And my cousins ate it. For some reason, that's what I craved. And she had little dark spots around her wrists and her legs. And she was white as a sheep. I had starved that baby to death. But don't eat it, y'all. Don't eat it. Don't eat this one. You can eat the other one, but don't eat
The
this.
other, but not that one.
Right. Okay. Red box.
But my mother and them, they used to as and Jazz in my little hometown, the doctors and everybody know everybody because we so small.
Yeah.
And they would iron for them. And they wear them white shirts to me, when they dress with their suits and whatever. And they would have to be starched.
Yes.
They would be starched. You hear me? I mean, when it sound like paper when you pulled it out the wrap.
Yes.
And I remember them ironing them white shirts or whatever shirts, dress shirts, and putting them on the hangers, and the sleeves are darn near still be like this.
Yeah, gotta be like.
Yes. And that's what they did. My mom and them did for a living because my dad and my granddaddy wouldn't let them work outside the house. And that's what they did for their little egg money, as they call it.
Yes, right.
But
They call it egg money.
And this started right here. This box, I've probably been here about 2 years.
Oh wow!
Because you only use just a
Just
little
a little bit of
just a little bit. I use the baby's infant. Go get your infant spoon. I used it, and I still got a half a box.
Wow.
I used the baby's little infant spoon.
Yeah.
And I will fill it up, put it in my little spray bottle, shake it up. Now, some people will make a batch of it, but we got kids, honey. They got juice and all kind of stuff in the fridge. We can't put no big jar, nothing in the fridge,
Right. Because they'll be in there drinking that.
Girl,
Granny, what's this?
what you talking about? So, but that's what I use, and I don't have a problem. And somebody asked me one time on my video that when I starch my material, does it shrink it? When you start your material or you put water on it, you see it start to shrink. What I do is I spray it and then I rub it back flat.
Okay.
Then when I put that hard iron on it, it all goes back. It goes
Okay.
right back. You can measure it and see that you will have the same length. But even when I put it on my rack before,
Mhm.
I rub it down to make it stretch back out.
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
just put it up there. I see it shrinking. I just don't lay it up there. I stretch it
Mhm.
back out and then I iron it. And I still
Oh, okay. Yeah.
get
And
the
so
fabric.
I pretty much wash my fabric
Yeah.
before I start. So now wash it and then I'll put some starch on it, iron it out, and then fold it back up. And then when I'm ready to use it, I just open it up and start cutting it.
And you ain't got no bugs in your house, do you?
I don't have any bugs in my house.
Now she's not using that yellow
I'm
box.
not using that yellow box.
Right. I mean, it's everybody. Everybody have their own purpose, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And just like starch used to be like what 99 cents a can or something.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, about $2 a can?
Two something now. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, what? It used to get like a couple of cans. We used to go to Sam's Club and it would be like 2 or 3 in a packet for less than $10. But
Yeah.
I don't even know if Sam's carry it anymore now because they, just don't carry stuff like they used to.
But on the box here, it'll give you directions if you using if you want to make a big batch. But like I say,
Mhm.
I just use my little spray bottle because that's what I'm putting in.
Yeah.
I put me a spoon of it in. I put hot water in and shake it
Yeah.
up
Shake it up and
real
spray
good.
it.
And I don't know why my color keep going out on me. It does that every time we Zoom. But
Oh, okay.
I starch my material all the time. I
Mm-hmm.
starch it and I don't have a problem.
Yeah. And I find that I'm able to, and this probably don't make sense, but when I'm sewing, I'm able to like keep it straighter, if you will. And I'm not, doing this to try to make
Rasping,
sure. Yeah.
rasping with
And
it. Yeah.
and it tends to look better and the lines are straighter or something,
They are. You know
when I
why?
use that
Because you
starch.
have more control of it because
Mm-hmm.
it's more stiffer. And
Yeah.
sometimes I see people and they'll be cutting up fabric and I see them wrinkles. I'll be like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
You needed to, you need to
Yeah.
press that first.
Yeah, and I could tell the difference. I almost will not start cutting fabric to sew unless I've ironed it, because to do anything else, almost always something messes up, and I
Yeah.
have to go back, undo it, cut it again, or it'll be too small or something, and then I
Right.
have to start that block all over again. So I just try to do it right the first time.
Exactly. It makes a big difference. It does.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
all this right here, honey, been starched to death.
Oh, I bet.
It's been starched to death. Because you gonna need that starch when you
Yeah,
start
they're little
this.
pieces too.
Yes.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Jazz?
They're little pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Otherwise, they'll fray.
Yes, and what I did, because I got a bunch of fat quarters that I'm really using.
Uh-huh.
My Muslim is yardage.
Okay.
But what I
Mhm.
did is I starched half of that fat quarter
Mm-hmm.
so I would have pieces because you're just cutting off these small pieces.
Right,
So I
right.
starched half of my fat quarter
Quarters. Uh-huh.
and it's stiff as a board. I have it laying here. And when I put it down, it was easier to cut. And you
Mm-hmm.
make sure you got a real nice sharp blade in there. Because
Yeah.
when you cut, you don't want to have ridges. You don't want to have
Yeah.
the threads coming off on your cut.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
want a smooth cut.
Yes.
Because once that stuff starts rattling, it keeps rattling.
Mm.
It does. And
Yeah.
that's something I say about this. All these designers have this fabric, certain, okay, that's all good. But I knew my grandmother and them used the flour sacks and all of that.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
They didn't worry about their
Mm-hmm.
fabric rattling. I don't think I've
Mm-mm.
ever seen
Mm-mm.
fabric rattle.
Not at all. And speaking of that, I wondered, because those pieces are so small, are you paying attention if you're cutting on the grain or against the grain, or does it really even make a difference?
It probably does make a difference, but I ain't paying no attention because I know
Okay.
some of them I'm on fussy cut. You know, some pieces
Yeah.
you'll probably fussy cut or whatever. So yeah,
hmm
that may be something to think about too, because
Yeah.
that's something
Okay.
I hadn't been doing. Because like I say,
hmm
I don't really worry about cutting my fabric because I know I starch it so hard. You know,
Yes. Okay. All
but
right.
that is a good idea too to probably cut it on the grain.
Mm-hmm.
That would help you to
Yeah, to
keep
keep
it
it
from
from raveling a little bit. But since you have it starched, that would if not stop it, it definitely slows it down quite a bit because
right.
those threads aren't moving like that because they don't
Exactly.
have that flexibility of fabric that's have not been starched.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So I mean, it's just a lot of stuff that you're gonna figure out and
Mm-hmm.
learn doing this, dear Jane. You know, like I
Oh,
told Miss Jassy when she started doing the sew along, and I keep saying in my videos, I learned so much from doing
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
sew alongs
Yeah.
because it forced me to do things a different way than I
Yeah.
was
Mm-hmm.
doing, and it learned me things that I kind of always struggle with. I was like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
get this right. But
Yeah.
following their guidelines, you know, it opened up my eyes. I was like, man, I've been struggling with this for
Yeah.
years, you know? So
You made me think about those flying geese. I said, Lord, why do I keep doing the same thing over again?
that's
When the
it.
minute I think I got it, I'm like, no, it is the same as the last one. It's not right.
That is it. That is your problem.
Yes.
It's when you get ready to when you put that block that we'll just say
hmm
2.5 inch block on that triangle and you go to cut
Yes.
it off, you're sewing directly, trying to sew directly on that line.
Yes. Yes.
Just put
Okay.
your needle in that spot. Put your
hmm
needle right there at that point, but make sure you pay attention. Somebody said something.
Yeah, Gigi's Quilt said, I have several quilts my grandma and great aunt made. One of them has come undone. She is using tooling or toweling as the batting in the sandwich. I'm going to try to fix it with some toweling I have. And then Scotty said they use what they had.
They do. They do. Yes. Tell her good luck with that. I still got my grandmother's I've been working on. I got to finish that. A double wedding ring.
Mm.
Yes, but my grandmother, if she was alive, she'll say, Josie, throw that quilt away, but I am not. The reason I stopped
hmm
trying to do it, someone told me to get clothing from the kids and put
Mm.
those blocks back, and that'll make it, I mean, it was clothing that she made it out of. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Yes.
but
Mm.
tell them thank you for joining. But also, when you draw that line on there, the
hmm
reason you're having such a hard time is you so tensed up because you're trying to stay right
Yeah.
on the line. But see, when you go right down beside that line, I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
just so I can show you. When you go right down beside it,
Yeah. Put your camera down a little bit, or turn your are
my what?
you on your camera or you on
I'm
your
on my
laptop?
laptop.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, she's on my phone, Master, uh,
Okay.
doing the comments.
Okay.
But when
And tell her I said thank you too, because that made me realize I need to go back and do something else so I could get on with you. So tell her thank you for sending the message.
okay, Megan,
Tell
come
her
here.
Gail.
Miss
Okay,
Gail
you
said
know what? Can you
she
hear me?
said thank you. I guess
hmm
she
She has
contacted
helped
you.
me so much
You're
because
welcome.
I've been
She had to
quilting
do
for a long
something
time, but
yesterday.
she is perfection. And I've
hmm
looked at people on YouTube, and Miss Sarah will help you. A lot of them, they get you on there and
hmm
want money, and it's like,
hmm
but I don't even understand how to do certain things.
Right, right.
That's why I stick with her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She
And
shares.
then, and then too, I'm not asked to go out to buy something, to order something, that I may only use for one time,
Exactly.
because I worked in sales and I know how that's done. I'm like, no, I ain't fooling with y'all.
Well, see, a lot of things when you be buying all that stuff, like if you could see everything that I have, you'd be
Mhm.
like, wow. And I don't even use it.
Mhm.
So, you
Mhm.
know, like these clappers, when I got these clappers and I said, you need more than one. And then I had one that was manufactured.
Mhm.
And then I was like, this thing ain't doing nothing. It ain't holding no heat. Because when I pick it up, it wouldn't be hot. And
Mm.
then when I said, okay, everything is handmade on Etsy, just about it. And I
Yeah.
went on Etsy. You know how these started? It was some husband made it for his wife.
Wife.
And then they
Yes.
just started manufacturing them.
Uh-huh.
They just made a mess out of them. They don't care about the
Right.
quality
Right.
of them. And I found this guy here. And when I looked at his, I said, I ordered one. And when
Mhm.
I got it, it was awesome. So then I went back
Mm.
and I ordered another one. That, you know, I'm not gonna tell you something that I don't use.
Right. Right.
I don't
Mhm.
use. But that, and then he sent me two. He sent me two free. So I have all his sets now.
Oh, good.
And I
Good.
use every one of them. I do.
Mhm. Yes. Yes.
But like rulers, I usually, this is my ruler I use most of the time. I got a
Mhm.
3-inch too. This is
Yes.
normally what I use. Now I got my big boys over there I pull out.
Mhm.
I got those that you go through the little creases.
Oh, I don't know if
For
they.
some reason, I don't really like them because when I fold my fabric,
Uh-huh.
a lot of times it will have that, and I cut it in them
Yeah.
what they call them things, easy cuts or whatever.
Yes. Uh-huh. Mhm.
If I can't lay my fabric flat without
Mhm.
folding it, I don't use that. I
Okay.
usually lay it flat anyway and use
Mhm.
one of the longer rulers to cut it. But I mean, they're nice, but do you really gotta have it? You don't
Right.
really gotta have it
Mhm.
because all you gotta do is put a piece of tape at one end of your ruler if you got the long one, the 24.
Uh-huh. And it, yeah, and
That's
match
all
it
you
up
got to do.
end to end.
I
But
got
Mhm.
you
a
know
ruler.
what, Gail, there's some supplies I didn't have and I needed. And I said, well, I got to quit being cheap. And I went and got them because I needed them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to
Yes.
get
Some
the right
things you,
supplies because if you don't, your products won't work.
yeah, some
Yeah.
things you just gotta have. And then just like this product I introduced, I said this one here. Now I
Mm.
really like this. Had I
What
Mhm.
is
not
it?
got it free, I never would have bought it.
Yeah.
But I got it free
What
and I
is it?
love it. I
What is
got
Mhm.
it?
video on it. It's Easy Press.
Oh, okay.
It's an Easy Press pen from Fat Quarter Shop. And they sent it to me in one of my things and it
Mhm.
came free. So one night I was having a hard time getting some fabric to sit down. That's when I realized the clapper wasn't no good.
Mhm.
And I used it because it was over here, and I was like, let me see what this stuff do. And you
Mhm.
can see the fabric lay down when you put it
Oh,
on.
wow.
And I was like,
Yeah.
wow. And then when I put my iron on it, that baby was flat. But
Mm.
and then I looked for me some clappers too.
Mhm.
But I mean, I can do with the clappers or do with that.
And do
But
it. Yeah.
a lot of that stuff that my grandmother didn't have a rotary cutter. She had some scissors. I think my mom
Mhm.
still got them. She had scissors, and all of her patterns was made out of pasteboard boxes,
Uh-huh. Yep.
newspapers,
A newspaper.
all of
Yes.
that.
Mhm.
You know, I
Mhm.
just think sometimes we need to step back in time. If
Yeah.
we want to challenge ourselves, now we want to
Mhm.
be easy on ourselves. Yeah, you go spend all that money. Just like I get excited when I see something new. I do, and I got
Mhm.
to check it out. Just like I was looking at this girl popped up on my feed one day, and she got this ruler that lights up. I know y'all have seen that ruler. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I think the smallest one $59, ain't it?
That's
Yeah.
why I didn't
That's what
see
I
it.
said. Mhm.
You know what I started thinking about? how long that's gonna last? Cause them
Right.
lights.
Cause you gotta
that
buy a
bulb,
battery for it at some point.
well, you plug it in, but you still got a bulb in it somewhere.
Mhm.
Even though it's only gonna last for so long. Now, just think about that. How long is that gonna last you?
Mm-mm.
How is that gonna help you? Because if
You
you
know,
can't,
Sarah, I was thinking put a flashlight, buy a little flashlight.
you can get them on the stand, don't you?
Yeah, tape them on top. And then you can actually use the part of the flashlight to slide the rule down, cut a little bit more.
If you was out there with your husband trying to fix his car, you'd be holding that light with you.
Right.
I'm
My
just
grandmother
saying.
my grandmother quilted on a lantern, with a kerosene in it and a wick going up through it lit. And
Yes.
so, yeah.
Go tell me.
Daria, come here. Come here real quick. Oh, she went back.
Come here,
I was
Cookie.
going to introduce Cookie to my granddaughter.
Cookie, come here. But
Jazzy probably
yeah,
like, what's going on?
Cookie,
Oh,
Cookie.
Now she got
That's-
another friend.
Yeah, that's Miss
Come here. And
Jazzy,
meet this young. come
and
meet
that's
this
Miss
little
Sarah,
girl. Come here.
and this is Cookie.
Can y'all
Cookie, say hi to my granddaughter.
say hi to her granddaughter? Come here. Say hello.
Yeah.
Cookie, you got a new friend.
Okay.
Yes, beautiful granddaughter.
So
Then
pretty.
thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, you can go back and finish. Would you have hot chocolate? Thank you
No,
for letting me introduce him.
I just had to think, would that really help my quilting? That ruler, would it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Another thing, the thread. I think, let me tell you, Orfil, I believe them people know if I order they thread, they send me their junk thread.
I like Orfeel.
A lot of people do.
Uh-huh.
Let me
And
tell
connecting
you,
threads, I like their threads.
every time I have some Orfil, don't get me wrong, but I got it free.
Uh-huh. That's
That
probably why it's no. You
That
got the last
what
the
is it,
last of it.
Wonderfeel?
It does, because the thread has many little strings woven together to create, the thread.
Mhm.
And so you probably got the ones that don't have all of those little pieces woven together.
Look, they sent me the ones that didn't turn out right, and they threw them over in a bin. That's what they sent me.
Yes, well, just grab a few of them and put them in use.
and
Yeah.
give them to. But I bought some, and I was so upset because see, I used to work in sewing factories, and and my son used to actually work in the knitting where they did the thread.
Okay.
And I get this thing of Orfil after I hadn't complained about every time I use it, it breaks. My machine evidently don't like it. I don't know. And even when I tried to hand sew with it, it was breaking too easy. for me. So I usually use Clark's. I use that a lot. I use this one here. I just got them, this German or whatever. I just got him. But I use them a lot. And I actually used it in my gazebo. That one there. I used it during my gazebo. That thread there, and this is Clark's. Honey, it cuts my finger up all the time.
I heard you say that. Yeah.
That's how strong it is. Even that 99-cent thread that you get from Joann's, but I see Joann's don't have it here. So I had to go online and order it, and I ordered my thread.
Okay.
And my mother said when my grandmother was making quilts, she used to use a number 10 thread. I was like, number 10? What are you talking about?
Because they did used to have numbers on them.
They did. And which they do now, but they have it like the weight, 50 weight, 40 weight, 12, and 8. So I started looking up to see what was a number 10 thread. And the
Yeah.
number 10 thread was actually that 99-cent thread that Joann's
At
had.
Joanne's. Mm-hmm.
That's what the number 10 thread was.
Okay. Yeah.
So I bought up a bunch of it. I use it a lot of times for when I'm basting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Like something I'm basting. And that's another thing I like about the thread basting, because I don't take it out. I leave it in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see the back of my grandmother's flower garden, you be like, Lord Jesus. But
Yes.
I was like, why would I take it out? You know? But
Mhm.
now if I based on top, I do take that out. I take that
Yes.
out based
Mhm,
on top.
mhm.
But
Yeah.
if it's under there, I don't take it out. And the
Right,
reason
right.
I
Mhm.
like that too is because it gives your quilt a little bit more, it makes me feel secure. It's
Yeah.
already basted. It's not coming out. You know,
Mhm.
once I based it, it is not coming out.
Yes, yes, yes. I understand. So, Jackson, so you say you are just now tracing yours?
Yeah, I'm tracing mine, and I ordered
Okay.
my cardstock, so I'm gonna put that on there and take it to the library and see if it goes through, or try it
Okay.
on my computer.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
so the next time we meet, I'm gonna try to have at least those things done and have some pieces cut out.
yeah, that's what I want.
How often we're gonna meet?
That's what I was going to ask you, ladies. I'm here for you guys. I think it would probably be a good idea until we get it kicked off, get the hang of it.
Mhm.
Probably meet every other Sunday.
Okay.
And I thought Sunday would be good so everybody could go to church and do their thing. And then, you know, even if you did a second service, you would be able to come in on the line.
On this second service, we just do first service. I'm usually home at least by 1 o'clock, unless, you know, some of the ladies and I go out and eat afterwards. But other than that, Sunday evening, was a good time for me.
Yeah, this is a good time for me.
Okay.
Mhm.
So what we'll do, and normally what I do, my daughter got my phone.
Mhm.
Let me see if I can pull up a calendar.
Okay.
I don't know. I got one on here. I do everything on my phone, y'all. Anybody got a calendar?
Yeah, I have one.
I
What
have one pulled up.
Because I don't.
February
So
11th
every
is next it's 2 weeks.
So
Yes.
the 11th.
Of February.
That's yes, that's the second Sunday. That'll be 2 weeks from now.
Okay, so the 11th of February.
Okay, in Zoom.
Yes. 7 o'clock.
7 p.m.
Yes.
Okay, and Dear Jane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have mine cut and taped and stuff, glued or whatever.
Well, see, that's what I was telling Jassy. She was like, I ain't did anything because I want to do in the meeting. And I was like, don't worry about it, because January we started it. So now we got to get our footing under us. And then once we get our footing under us, we can carry on, and everybody can come in on the Zoom and learn some things. And like I say, when you guys get ready to do your blocks, you may do something different. See, I got my second one ready for me. Do y'all have these? Have you made these boards?
No, but my granddaughter has one that my daughter's gonna bring to me. I'm gonna use it's some kind of little board, and it like a tracing board, like what you talked about.
The light.
No, because wait a minute, hold that one up, Sarah. That one has the look like it has batting on it to hold it.
It does. It does.
Okay, yeah, not that one.
No, you're talking about the light box.
Yeah, for tracing, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna need that if you're gonna trace. But these little boards right here are so simple to make. You see, it's just, and look at the back.
Yes.
Cardboard.
Yes.
Okay.
And I know you get packages.
Yes. I actually made a large one because I was gonna do one of those big stitch quilts. And I had made the board and I would lay it on it and sew it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But all you gotta do, you know, and you just bind it like you do a quilt on the edges.
Mm-hmm.
Just I took a hard glue gun. Everybody probably got one of those. Um, and I just laid my batting down, glued my batting down on it. And then some people sew this on their machine, but I don't play that.
Yeah, not
Oh,
on no
none-
cardboard. Mm-mm.
No, I don't want to do that because it may knock it out of time. But take your
Mhm.
hot glue gun and just put you some fabric.
Yes. Mhm.
You got pieces of binding that you haven't used.
Use
See,
right.
I did little boards for
Mhm.
this particular project.
Okay. All right. That's an idea.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I don't have a what do you call those where you put your quilt up and put your quilt on there?
Right.
I don't
Talking
have
about
one
a
of those.
designer wall.
A designer wall, yeah.
You know
My
what
kitchen,
mine is?
listen, my kitchen wall.
You know what mine is, don't you?
What's your
It's a plastic tablecloth. The back of the
yes,
table.
yes.
Pin it up.
Yeah,
Pin it
I
up
just
on the wall.
yes.
That's
I was working with the woman with the Quilt of Valor. And and I joined them, and she had one in there. I'm like, what you have a tablecloth for? And she told me that's what she used it for. So I'm gonna go to the thrift store, and I mean, you probably can find them at the dollar store for a little
You
nothing.
can.
But I'm
You
gonna
can.
get one. Yeah.
Get you one and get you just some. All you need is just some pin. The little. Mine got the
Mhm.
little. Hey, baby.
Mhm.
Mine.
Yeah. Come on, you have to come down. This is my son, Antoine. Antoine has Down syndrome.
Okay.
Say hi,
Hey, Antoine. We're family here. I love to see all the babies.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome,
All right.
baby.
All
Oh,
right.
he's so sweet. Just the thumbtacks. All you need is thumbtacks. And then
Mhm.
that way
Okay.
you can take it down when you need to cook.
Right. Yeah, so it don't smell like fried fish.
Exactly. But that's all you need. You don't need to build a big wall. I mean,
Yes.
that's all you need because a lot of times you just want to put up blocks so you can visualize.
Can take a look at it. Yes,
Right.
yes.
So see that's what I'm talking about. All these quilting things that you go pay all that big money for. $1. I think you probably could get these at the dollar store for
Yes.
probably a couple of bucks.
Yeah, this same girl, the one that girls that came to the quilting retreat, they actually used some type of piping and made a mobile design board. So they put these pipes together and stack it up, and they had made the fabric, what do you call it? Fabric fleece fabric, and they had made that, and they just take it. It was made like a U, roll it up, and then they put it on top, roll it down, and then they had two-sided walls.
Yes. Now I had at my house before that I moved out of. So I had a big design wall, and it was fleece. My son put it up for me. He did a nice frame. I wasn't finna do it. Honey, when he came, I was tacking a nail in the wall.
With your hammer.
Yes, he said, "What is you doing?" I said, "Making me a design wall." He said, "Mom, don't do this." He went out to Lowe's and would have got some little scripts of wood. I said, "Honey, have it," and framed it out. I mean, it was simple. And then when I sold the house, all he did was just took a thing and pulled it down. I had the hammer and pulled it down. It wasn't no problem. But I had a nice one. I mean, they easy. They cheap. They cheap. But now I would like to get one. You know those like at the laundromat, they have those where you hang your clothes in its own wheel.
Yeah, like at the department store.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
I'm gonna have to look, and because I'm cheap. I'm gonna be looking in a thrift store or Amazon, and if I could ever get me one of those, I would make me
yes.
You can
And
move
I
it.
tell you, sometimes when a store is going out of business, you can find them because they get rid of everything.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, Jazzy, what do you use?
Listen, she just gave me a bunch of homework to do, so I'm gonna have to get my blocks done, get that box done. She gave me a lot of homework, and we only got 2 weeks.
Right.
That's right. Now I
This
want
is
to
the
see.
aim.
I want to see some progress in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now let me ask y'all this, and we're gonna get
I
off.
just got a box.
Oh, okay.
She finally got her storage boxes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
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 Now you see number 3 right here, right?
Yeah. What? That's on page 18. Oh, yeah. On page 18.
Yeah. Now
Uh-huh.
number three is all you're gonna make is those little footballs. That centerpiece right there.
Mm-hmm.
When you cut it out, you're gonna put your fabric on the block. You're gonna draw out your block here.
Okay.
Just to let you know, don't be trying to pull your hair out. This is gonna be real simple. But
Okay.
you're just gonna put your fabric on this block here.
Mm-hmm.
That centerpiece right here, you're gonna
Okay.
cut out your footballs in this centerpiece. That centerpiece, you're gonna draw a line with your number 2 from corner to corner, and then you're gonna put your little points on those lines and staple that centerpiece into your fabric block.
Okay. All right.
And then you need to top base these footballs. So you can get your points. You base them, and then you pull them together and base one side, and then go down in it. You're gonna be basting on the top.
On the top. Okay.
Yes, and then you base the other side and you pull it together. And
Okay.
put your knot on the top.
Okay. So when I'm doing that one, the star, am I folding the fabric down and top stitching on it?
You're not even gonna that centerpiece right here. You're gonna cover your block, this block. You're gonna draw this block out. You're gonna have to do 2 of them. You're gonna draw this block out. Don't worry about doing the center, just the block.
Okay.
And on the other one, you want to draw the centerpiece, the footballs and the centerpiece. And then when you get it drawn out, you want to put whatever fabric you're using on this block, on your block, just like this. That middle piece is just your paper. You're going to staple it in the center of this block. I don't know. How to keep going. You're going to staple it in the center of your block that you put your fabric on.
Okay.
The only thing you're going to make is these pieces here.
Oh, okay. The little they look like a
Little
fish.
footballs.
Yes.
I call them footballs.
Yes. Okay.
This is the only thing you're gonna make, and you're gonna make it with your background, your Muslim. And when you get those made, you're gonna where that centerpiece is. You're gonna add them to the block. You're gonna line them up so the ends will meet. And then when you get them, they got to be appliqued on there.
Oh, okay. All right.
And when you get them appliqued on there, then you take the centerpiece out, and that's it.
Okay.
Don't do anything with that centerpiece. It's just the footballs.
Okay.
I have your video out on it. I got to go to Alabama. For a doctor's appointment, but I'll try to have a video out on it by the end of the week.
Okay. All right.
So you can see what I'm talking about. It'll be
okay. All right.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
With all this homework.
Yes. See, when the only block you're gonna really have a problem with, I'll be and got y'all some videos out on these blocks. But the honest one you're gonna kind of guess at would be that number 3.
No, I was looking at number 5.
Number 5.
Wait, no more homework, Gail.
Miss Gail. Number 5 is easy. Those are only blocks in your little.
Number 5 is flying geese.
Yes, ma'am. I showed you how to make the flying geese
Yes.
on this video, my last video. But that's all that is flying geese. I guarantee you that block in the middle
Uh-huh.
is just probably 2 triangles. I got to break it
Yeah,
down.
that's what that's what
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
a
like.
square.
Triangle.
Yeah, a square and all them flying geese.
Uh-huh.
That's easy too. Miss
All
Gail,
right.
you can handle it.
All right.
Gail, no more homework, please.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
what y'all think y'all gonna have in 2 weeks?
I'm
Well,
gonna have mine traced and cut, and I'm gonna try to sew the first one together.
It's likewise.
This is only the first one in 2 weeks.
Cause I gotta do that box now.
What box?
The box to put my stuff on.
What's she talking about?
The one with the batting, and then you take
The little design box.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about your boards.
Yeah, the board. Yeah.
That take you about 30 minutes, Miss Jassy. Don't give me that.
She's looking for an excuse.
She is. I tell you, she had me going with her excuses. That's why I said, what box is she talking about? But no, Miss Jassy,
but that's what I'll say that I'm going to do, because I know I'm working on some other projects. I just finished cutting out my granddaughter. I've had her t-shirts for about 3 years now. And so finally got them cut out and it's ironed and stabilized and everything. So, and I've stacked them right here. But my mother passed away in 2023 in March. So I have this quilt. It's called Pieces of Peace.
Uh-huh.
And so it's a really beautiful quilt. And I would like to work on that and have it for show and tell when I go to my retreat in May.
Okay.
So that's why I said I'll probably be a little bit behind on doing this, because I would like to get that done. But for the t-shirt quilt, I've been holding on for 3 years. I'm not really rushing on that. But my Pieces of Peace quilt in honor of my mother, I would like to work on that. So between Dear Jane and my mother's quilt, those are my 2 projects.
Well, good. I started another sew along on the machine also in February. So I may be a little bit ahead of y'all, but that'll give me time to get some videos out for you guys.
Okay, all right, good.
Take your time. Don't get on the rush, because
okay, which one are you doing on the machine? Because you had like 4, didn't you?
Yes, I had an anniversary sew along. That was the only one that I subscribed to. So I'm really behind on that one. And then I got this one. Jassy gonna try to do this one too. I think Jassy trying to do too much.
I can't keep up with her.
Yeah, she is. But this one right here.
And we have
Oh.
Yes.
Mm.
I'll start this one also in February.
Okay.
So that'll give me a chance.
we
to.
have a new garbage can.
She said we got a new garbage can.
What she say?
She's scared of it because you put your hand over it and it opens. She thinks
Yeah. This is my Pieces of Peace quilt. Do I have it upside down? Yeah, I had it upside down. Is it a glare on there?
No, it's fine.
Okay, so it's pretty much crosses and little square boxes and a heart. So once I get the heart done, I think I'll be okay with moving forward on it pretty good.
Okay, so are you using her clothing for that?
No, because we had already, before I even got this, we had already got rid of everything. We donated a lot of her stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it would have been nice to have some of her things.
That would have been a nice way to honor her.
Yes.
If you had some of her clothing. Piece. That's what a lot of people do with memory.
Yes, well, we did. We was like, oh, You know, we were just trying to bring some separation because all of us were, hurting so bad. And we
I
felt like,
know.
by donating her clothes to a nursing home in the area and some other places. And, this gave us some comfort and some peace because that's where my mother, she was a giver.
Good, good. You honored
Mhm.
her. Well, ladies, I appreciate y'all. And
All
when we
right.
come back in 2 weeks,
In
Okay.
2 weeks, I have it on my calendar.
2 weeks, I will be putting it in the videos. The links will be in there on the videos once I set it up on Zoom. And
Okay.
in 2 weeks, maybe y'all will want to do a little bit of sewing online.
Okay. All right
Okay.
then. Yeah. So once I get my feet going, I think I'll be okay then.
Okay.
I
All right.
think,
All
I
right,
think,
ladies.
Miss J.
Gigi Quilt said
All right. Well, ladies, it was so nice to meet
Wait a
you
minute.
all.
Wait a minute,
Nice
Miss
to meet
Gail.
you.
Oh, okay.
Somebody asked a question.
Gigi Quilt said, Gail, where did you find that pattern?
They want to know where you found that pattern, Miss Gail.
I actually, it's a fabric store here in Little Rock. And I told them what I wanted. I took a picture of it where I found it at, and they ordered it for me. But I would imagine they could go online and order it and tell them if they can't, let me know. And I'll talk to the store that I go to and I'll get it or have talk to them about getting it.
Did you hear?
Yeah, y'all, they can hear y'all.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
She said they could hear us. They could
oh,
hear
okay,
us.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
thought it was
if
somebody just
they,
texted.
yeah, if they can't find it on, probably I would look at Fat Quarter. They have everything. If they can't
Mhm.
find it, just Miss Gail is always
She
in my
said,
comments.
thank you.
She's always in
Yes.
my comments. Shoot her a comment.
Yes, because I
Shoot
want you to know I'm here. I may not be able to get on and and watch sometime, and I'm late getting on, but because I get alerts.
You do. I'm glad.
I do. Yeah, I want those alerts because I don't want to miss out on anything.
Right.
Yeah,
So
even when you.
I will be getting some more blocks. Every time I had to go to the doctor's appointment, it always hectic because Cookie's
Mhm.
family is there and she has to spend time with her family. She
Okay.
haven't had her second Christmas yet, so we'll be doing that. And
Oh,
so,
Do you know the
okay.
name of the pattern?
you know the name of the pattern?
It's it is called. I had the name wrong. Perfect Pieces.
Perfect.
Perfect Pieces.
Who is it by?
Who made it?
It is about Easy Peasy Quilts.
Easy Peasy.
2023 Easy Peasy.
Oh, you
Quilts.
should be able to find that pattern.
Yeah, and pattern number 110.
Pattern number 110.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's called Perfect Pieces.
Perfect.
Oh, that's backwards on your end.
No, it's frontwards.
Oh, it's fine. It's right.
Yeah.
Can they
Okay.
see that, Megan?
They I put it in the comments.
Okay, she put it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Ask her, did she get enough information about it?
Did you
She
get
said,
enough?
thank you so much.
Ask her, did she get enough
We got it.
information?
Okay.
She gonna ask her.
Okay.
We did pretty good
But she
tonight.
can hear
We did pretty good tonight, ladies. I
Yes.
just wish the people that's on my live there would have came in on the Zoom so we could have seen them. But I appreciate everybody that came.
Absolutely. Yes.
You know, I didn't know how to do the live. When my daughter was setting me up, she was like, you can go live on YouTube. I was like, okay.
And see, and I didn't know that either because when it popped up and I clicked on it, I'm like,
She
how did I
found
get it? Because I
Oh,
wanted
she-
to move from, huh?
She found the pattern.
Oh, good, good. So, and I want to move from my phone to my laptop. I'm like, but it's not on Facebook. She said, my daughter's like, Mom, it's on YouTube. I did a YouTube live video. So, but anyway, here we are. We got it worked out,
But see, I went to my Zoom because I had to sit up on Zoom. And when my daughter cut the meeting, started the meeting, it asked her to want to go live on YouTube, wasn't it? And she said yes. So she set it up. It sent me a thing on my phone to verify it was me.
Okay,
So
yeah.
we're on the Zoom, but they're on my live.
Oh, okay. All right. Good, good.
So
Yes.
hopefully it recorded it on my on
Mm-hmm,
my
mm-hmm.
YouTube channel. So that would be nice. So
Yes,
other people
yes.
can see it. But I
Mm-hmm.
Thank
appreciate you
you.
ladies. I
All
really
right, well,
enjoyed
thank
y'all.
you.
And it's so nice to meet you, Miss Gail.
Yes, likewise,
Yes.
likewise. Miss Jazz, so good to meet you as well.
Okay,
Yes.
see you in a few weeks.
All
Okay,
right, and
baby.
I
If
pray
y'all
that you
have
guys,
any questions, shoot me a comment. I'm better with the comments.
all
Okay.
right then. Well, you
All
all
right.
have a blessed rest of your
You
evening.
as well.
too.
Bye bye,
Thank
ladies.
you. All right,
Bye-bye.
Bye.
bye-bye.
Down.
Scroll.
Right
See
there.
right there where it says
Okay.